You may have heard the news that there are changes coming to the ACT, and you may be wondering, well, how does that affect me or my student? And so that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. What we're going to talk about in terms of the changes are mainly relevant to the math section. First, let's talk about timing. The changes aren't taking place until the spring of 2025. So right now I'm doing this video in August of 2024, and so we don't expect to have any changes until maybe 6 months to a year. They're planning to roll out the first changes in April of 2025 for those taking the digital test. And then all tests, paper and digital, will have this change in September of 2025. So if you're used to taking the test on paper, you're talking about a year from now before you'll actually see the changes. One effect of the change that we're going to talk about is the composite score. And so that's the average of all the sections. Currently, there are 4 sections used in the composite: reading, English, math, and science. And as you may have heard, science is going to be an optional part of the test. So in September of 2025, when the science will become optional, the composite score will only be made out of the 3 test sections of English, reading, and math. Currently, the math section of the ACT contains 60 questions, and you have 60 minutes to complete that. Well, the change that we're hearing is that now there will be 45 questions, and you'll have 45 minutes. Well, still, the 60 questions in 60 minutes, or 45 questions in 45 minutes, you're still going to need to average about 1 minute per question. You will have less questions, so maybe not as intense. We'll have to see, but you're still timing. You're going to have to be concerned with your timing per question. Another thing that I'm hearing is related to the amount of answer choices on the math questions. Currently, there are 5 answer options: A, B, C, D, E, or F, G, H, J, K. What we're hearing is they're going to go from 5 answer choices to 4 answer choices. So with playing with probabilities, eliminating that one answer choice should maybe help you. We'll see. But still, we want to be able to get to the correct answer. We haven't really heard anything about any content changes to the math section. It may be as they put more material out, we'll see that, as maybe some of the initial tests are distributed. But you know what I think? Math is math. We still need to know the content. We're still learning these skills in school, and so that should be the skills that are going to be tested on the ACT. So what do we need to do? Especially for now, I say we proceed as usual. You have seniors that this fall are trying to get those last scores in for scholarships and college admittance. So they're going to be proceeding just as normal. They won't really see these changes. Juniors, there's a whole year that they can be taking the test and trying to hit the score that they want, and then they could be finished if they hit their score. Below that, I would still encourage students, if you're planning to take the ACT, go for it now. We still have options in September, October, and December for the fall. So that's 3 here in the fall, and then we're going to start the whole cycle over next year. So proceed as usual. We learn our math skills, we review the math skills, and we do practice questions. We're getting ready for the ACT. So work on that now. I would encourage your students to sign up for the test if they are within that ballpark of needing to get their scores that they need. Do the prep work, do the review, and do their very best, and then they can be finished with it. So that's what we've got with the changes. We'll keep monitoring this and pass on any information that we have.